Cheers, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Lauren, and today I am going to be looking at 5 drinks ordered by the criminally insane. I've watched a couple of these how to drink videos wherein people just order the worst possible things. They just nasty. And yet, we're back. We're doing more. There's more of them. More horrible, horrible drinks that our lovely bartender is going to make better. I will make myself feel better by drinking something that's just good. Because that's what I do. I like to drink things that are just good. And this is simple. This is just like tequila and soda with lime. Like, this is nothing. Just going super boring today with my drink. But if you guys are drinking something good, let me know, because I would love to know what it is you're drinking. And we're going to ignore the random accent, because that wasn't on purpose. All right. Let's go.
Today on How to Drink, we are looking at more insane, off-the-wall, undrinkable poison suggested by the receipts of customers who are recovering from massive brain surgery.
I do want to know where he gets his citrus, because it is always so juicy. Mine never juices like that. I don't get any of that spray.
We got more receipts from more customers, and guess what? I couldn't print them out, so I'm just gonna read them off of my prompter. What's up with printers? They don't work. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's up with that. It's crazy. I think they're actually still using serial port technology, just sort of like masked through a USB or something. And I'm looking right now at the first receipt, and I'm gonna tell you, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a combination of words that hurt me, and those words are Chambord Old Fashioned. Well, here is my bottle of Holy Hand Grenade, which I don't think it's been opened in a couple years, because how often do you have needs for Chambord? Chambord is, of course, a very, very, very sweet black raspberry liqueur that comes in the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Yep. We have a drink with using Chambord at my work. Mostly it's just one. It's we call it the Crimson Petal. And it uses a blackberry puree. It uses the Chambord. It uses tequila and like some lemon and some bitters and some soda water to cut down on some of the sweetness. It's pretty good. But we use a lot of Chambord, but the only other time that I can think of people really using a lot of Chambord is if they're making a lot of like French martinis.
3 shall be the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shall be 3.
Well, let's put an ice cube in the glass for this deep, dark abomination. This is the thing, like sometimes I'm like, I wonder, that might have an idea there. This is not a good idea.
Like, is the Chambord, and the Chambord, that's their main liquor. It's not just like using it as the simple syrup ingredient.
There's nothing about this that's gonna be good. I might even make this 2 ways, because I just had a thought, but just trying to give this person the benefit of the doubt. And then we'll add, I don't know, a couple dashes of bitters, as one does. I'm going with 3. This one feels like it needs just the extra dash. There's 2 ways to do these. I either just make the recipe as the recipe is made, or do I interpret it and go along saying like, hey, we're gonna skip the sweetness on this one since it's in there. Who one day was looking around at a bottle of Chambord and thought, you know, there's an idea. I mean, the orange and black raspberry are not an unpleasant aroma. However, oh my God. Wow. I think you could drink pure syrup and have it come out less sweet than that. What the fuck? It has a very long-lasting, hyper sweet raspberry, I don't know, raspberry candy flavor profile.
Ew.
Perfumey as well. And not like nice perfume, but like your grandma's perfume, like that gross, sweet stuff that you just slathered yourself in. Ugh. Oh man. You get much more of the bitters and orange than I ever could have anticipated, so kudos to those guys for really trying their best, but yeah. Oh man.
Yikes.
Hold on a second though. I did just have a thought. Hi, I'm back. Remember me?
Hi, welcome
You may
back.
remember me from such episodes as 5 seconds ago when I made
Okay, so I think he's gonna do the thing that I suggested. I think he's going to use like whiskey or bourbon, whatever it is he's got there, and then use the Chambord as like the sweetener.
A Chambord Old Fashioned. Let's try this one more way. We're gonna get ourselves an ice cube. I'm gonna throw in 2 ounces of rye. Let's throw in our bitters. Now we're gonna skip our sweetener.
See,
and
that's what I knew it.
Syrup, or if you're a maniac, your sugar cube with Chambord. And I'm gonna go with just about, not quite a half ounce.
See, okay, good. See, I was right. That's what I thought he was gonna do.
And spritzy. Oh yeah. Chambord Old Fashioned number 2. This is no longer an insane concept. And it's making me wonder about the whole idea of replacing the sweetener in your Old Fashioned with a sweet liqueur.
See, like what we do at our restaurant, I work at a Turkish place. It's like Mediterranean, Turkish, Georgian kind of place. So what we do in our Old Fashioned is we use a fig syrup instead of like classic cane sugar simple syrup for a sweetener. So like we use the fig syrup, we use black walnut bitters as well as the regular orange bitters, and it is so good. It's so good. But I would not have thought about using Chambord as the sweetener until now.
I wonder if there's like a lot to mine there. Hang on though, let's go back to this for a second. I actually think we need a little more Chambord because right now I'm getting so little of that flavor that it's hard to say it's even in there. You do get it late on the aftertaste, but by the time you get to that part of the flavor profile, you've had a big sip of pretty dry rye, and what's left is like this burnt version of raspberry, and that is much more interesting because now it does actually have a kind of a black raspberry vibe going through it that is alongside the rye and the spice. And actually this might even be better with a bourbon. I think that it would complement the raspberry better than the rye does. But yeah, you get the rye spice right alongside the raspberry. The raspberry is really thinned out in this drink, so it's less hyper sweet. I don't know if this was their intent or not, but it led us to something that is not the worst idea. It does give you the Chambord burps, woo. But so thank you, customer. I don't know what you meant, giving you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there. I always throw in at the end of these episodes all my social medias and stuff like that, and one of them is the Patreon. I'm pretty bad about promoting our Patreon. It's embarrassing. It feels like begging, so I don't really like to do that. But the truth of the matter is we do have some totally other content going on over there. There's like add-ons for every episode. You're gonna get some vloggy stuff, a little bit more of a personal touch. That's the kind of thing that interests you. And of course we have our pins, which go out roughly quarterly. Those are usually gonna be pulled from inside jokes and funny moments on the show. There's a patron Discord when we do a patron Secret Santa, thanks to Dennis, who runs our Discord, who organizes that. Unbelievable, wonderful human. And a salute to Dennis, and also all of the patrons. Here you go. A Chambord, one gun salute. Let's get into.
I'm going to salute to our patrons as well. Thank you all very much. Like Whitgren, for instance. Like, thank you so much. Red Mage, thank you very much. You know, we really do just Jeff, I think. We have got a couple of you. Thank you so much. We could do with more. We'd appreciate it. And also, we also have a Discord and 2 other channels that you could show some love to. Just saying, description box below is a very interesting place. You might never know where you end up.
The next receipt, it's a espresso martini, extra spicy. Extra spicy, which implies that it was spicy to begin with. What? I guess we'll probably do this 2 ways as well, since we're already on that route. 1 ounce of our cold brew concentrate. Oops. Hopefully that looked cool on camera. 3/4 of an ounce
messy.
of Kahlua. I really should double this actually, because the glass I have is huge. Double it. I'm gonna do another ounce of our cold brew, and then 1.5 ounces of vodka, because we're doubling, because I've got a great big glass to use. I got some Cholula. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, 9, 10. Because they said extra, not just regular. Boom, and a little more. All right, here we go.
Just horrified.
Extra spicy espresso martini number 1. Ew. Ew. The spiciness is okay. It actually gets to like a smoky, spicy part that like I don't hate. It starts out right away like coffee and tomato juice. It's like you took a bunch of salsa and drowned it in coffee and ate it.
Kind of brunchy though. If you
No, no, it's
a
not.
Bloody
I don't
Mary
like
and
it.
a coffee at the same time?
No, you don't want them at the same time. You want them separate. You want the coffee in the mug and maybe the salsa on your huevos rancheros. You don't want them smashed together. It's bad. Yeah, no, man. I friggin' hate that. That's bad. Okay, let's give this another whirly gig. Let's start with an ounce of the cold brew, a half an ounce of the ancho rays. I'm just gonna see what that actually tastes like. Yeah, I don't really taste the spice right now because my mouth's all spiced up.
It's
Another
all
half
on
ounce
fire
at
from the
very minimum.
Cholula.
Let's pump that up. A little bit of heat in there. I'm gonna add an ounce of Kahlua. So that's currently 1 to 1 to 1, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, see, it's funny. The sweetness brings it out. Now I can taste the pepper a little bit stronger in there. Let's do an ounce of the vodka. I went and got a couple things. I got chipotle chili pepper and also some tahini. I thought maybe the tahini might be interesting as a rim.
Yeah. I like tahini.
It's got that real limey note.
Tahini's like great on like mangoes and stuff. So good.
I don't think I want tahini on this. I think we want to go with chipotle. A couple little dusts in there. Also gonna take my glass and I'm going to do a rimmering of it. Take your lime, take your chipotle, and dust it. Don't breathe this. Take your glass. I always like to do the 50-50. All right, we got our rimmed chipotle glass. Let's
That's a
make
lot.
a shaker.
A lot on the side of that glass.
Let's see how this chipotle espresso martini is. Oh, it's a much better espresso martini, that's for sure. It's very sweet. It's not real spicy. It's spicy enough. You get a little after kick because the amount that I threw into the shaker gives it a little oomph at the end there. Not bad. I don't dislike that. Let's go in for the rim this time. Oh, well, obviously that's spicy. I love the way it looks, but when you rim a glass in the chipotle, it doesn't really want to come off. Like you have to like, and really give your tongue, give it a grind with your tongue.
Yuck.
Jesus, Greg. I don't
You should
hate
not have
this at
said
all.
that.
The combination of that chipotle, I have to confess, I don't know how much the ancho rays is actually doing at this point. It's definitely got to be doing something, but with that plus other pepper, I couldn't tell you which was which. But the combination of coffee and the smoky chipotle, they go really, really well together, actually. I actually have to say, I kind of like that. This is fun. We're
Yeah.
doing the best and the worst versions of what they could have meant.
Yeah, I like that.
Surprises abound. All kinds of surprises today on
Is
how
it
to
kind
drink.
of, does it have anything in common with like a Mexican hot chocolate?
Yes, it does. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, absolutely. Because chocolate and coffee are so close, especially when you sweeten up your coffee. Oh man, Mary, you hit the nail on the head, even not being here. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, it's like a Mexican hot chocolate. Exactly. It's cool to see new ideas coming from these things that we all kind of laugh at, right?
I haven't had a Mexican hot chocolate in a long time, but that shit was good.
Like, I don't know, that's cool. I actually think that the spicy espresso martini, it's fine as it is. I think you could throw that on a menu. I also think that like somebody could perfect it and really kind of improve it from here. I invite you to do so. Let's do the next drink. You ready? White Russian, smoked. Definitely something special right there. All right, I'm just gonna do this the way that I know how to do this, okay? The first thing I'm gonna do is chill this glass. It's always a good idea to chill your glassware. The colder glass, in this particular case, is really gonna help me hold on to that smoke. I'm gonna prep my old school polyscience smoking gun
wow.
and pump it into the glass. All right, that's smoky. Put our ice cube in there. 1.5 ounces of Kahlua, 1.5 ounces of vodka, and try to get this milk to float on the back of it. Nothing anybody loves more than smoky milk. This is the smoked White Russian.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a White Russian that smells like wood smoke afterwards, honestly. It's just sort of
terrible.
insanely unnecessary. It does effectively nothing to this drink. It does put this unpleasant, acrid smoke up in your nose when you take a sip. I hate that. It doesn't really do anything to the taste of the drink itself. Kind of a letdown. I don't know, Meredith. I don't want to do any more work on that one.
I feel like there's not much else you can do on that one. Like, there's not, it's like, that is what it is, right? I mean, we don't smoke drinks at where I work, but like, that is what he made it. There's not really another way to do it, I don't think.
Move on to the next drink, which apparently is going to be a beet juice mimosa. All right, well, a mimosa's a really...
I love that. Oh my God. Head back, head back, head back. Whee! Splash of this is how I have done this before. Yes, you read that right. Ew, who wants beet juice? Number one, if beet juice nasty. Number two, you're gonna add prosecco to that. Who wants bubbly beet juice? Ooh. Ew. I do love the yes, you read that right, and the splash written in her, like that Caroline wrote, just a little bit,
Mimosa. All right, well, a mimosa is a really simple thing. Typically, it's just a little splash of orange juice and champagne. I have a flute, and I have these cute little bottles of Corbel champagne. So
That Corbel Brut though, that's what's up. That's really good. It's dry, it's refreshing. And it's so cheap. I love the Corbel Brut. They're cheap as hell, and it's super tasty.
So typically with a mimosa, you just kind of pour in a little splash of this orange juice, but today beet juice. And I genuinely believe that that is the appropriate amount of beet juice. Get your bottle opener to open your champagne, California style, bro, and just mimosa it up. To the ladies who brunch.
I mean, it looks pretty because beet juice is a very, very pretty color, but like...
Oh, that's awful. Oh my God. Oh man, that's not good for the beet or the champagne.
No.
That's bad for everybody. Holy shit.
We all lose.
How
Worse
did you
than I thought
decide?
possible. Look what they did to my boy! Oh no.
Didn't order this. What twisted soul? Oh my God.
Two twisted souls. Two of them got this.
Odd. It's like you took dirt and like soaked it in sweat and body odor. I'm calling this one irredeemable. I don't normally call a drink irredeemable. It takes a lot for me to call a drink irredeemable. But like, I don't even think the person who ordered this liked this. Nobody could possibly like this.
Two people ordered it. There was two of them for that table. Two.
I like that the receipt says mimosa, beet juice splash. Yes, you read that right. Sweetening it might actually help, and I mean that is a brute, so maybe it should be like, you know, an asti or something like that. So yeah, I'll try. Maybe 2 bar spoons or something. Here's beets in your eye. No, ma'am. No. No, it's the same as before, but sweet. It's still not good. It might actually be worse, honestly, because now it just kind of, it sneaks up on you a little bit. It's got to be one of the worst drinks I've ever had. It's definitely the worst mimosa I've ever had. What more can I say?
And yet look at his face.
Well, right after this, it's the final.
Oh, because he's got to go back like 8 times. Oh my God. I mean, you know what? More power to him for going back for another round there.
Drink. I'm gonna have to get my blender because this recipe says 1 pina colada, extra creamy. I don't fucking know. That's just what he said he wanted. I guess add whip before you blend. I don't fucking know. I hate it here. So let's do this.
I have done that, like the little commentary in the server notes or whatever. I have done that. I've seen it done. It's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. Sorry. Like, I've done sorry. I've like written also, I've never written quite as much of a novel as that in the comments, but like, like I have written stuff in the like the little server notes before, because it's just like, sometimes you're just like, I know. I get you. I don't know what else to say. This is the worst.
Pina colada extra creamy. We're getting ready to blend. I want 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. And I'm gonna use 100% pineapple juice from Dole. I'm doubling this sucker up though, so I went with 3 ounces of pineapple juice. We're gonna do 3 ounces of cream of coconut. The de facto one to use is Coco Lopez, for 1.5, or rather 3. I haven't made a pina colada in a really long time. 3 ounces of our rum. Normally I would throw some chunks of pineapple in here, but I don't have any of that. But what I do have is a thermos of heavy cream. Meredith, how much heavy cream would you guesstimate to mean extra creamy?
So what's the liquor's 2 ounces?
3 in this particular recipe.
3?
Yeah.
I think you gotta do 1 to 1.
Well, anything more than 0, that's extra creamy. We're gonna cream it up today on how to drink. Sure, I'm gonna use a blender, but it doesn't hurt the blender to help it by making the ice chunks a little bit smaller so they'll actually fit into the blades. Crack it all up if you have the option to do so. And give her the old 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, here we go. The big old pour. 1 pina colada, extra creamy. Pina creamy.
I mean, like, it's ew. No. Do you regret saying that? Do you regret saying that? I will not be saying that because it's horrifying. I'm not saying it. It sounds like something that would happen after a rather unfortunate experience with someone who's not clean.
Creamy pina. Honestly, I really can't tell it apart. Well, yeah, I can't much tell it apart from a regular pina colada, except that it has like a creamy kind of finish. It's not bad.
Yeah, like that one, I was like, when you mentioned it, that doesn't sound terrible. Like, it doesn't sound bad just in general. It just sounds just a smoother pina colada. I don't know. Like, it's, So the other ones all sounded bad from the start, and like 1 or 2 of them, I was like, okay, I can see where you could twist this to make it okay. This one I was just like, okay. I mean, yeah, and again, it is a confusing drink to order. Like, that is true. Like, it wouldn't make a ton of, doesn't make a ton of sense. Like, it would be a confusing thing to see on your ticket, but it doesn't sound like a bad drink, unlike Beet mimosa.
All of the flavors are like kind of muted in it because by ratio there's less of them. And there's no way to fix that because if we add them back in, it will no longer be extra creamy. Hang on, you kind of could. Here's what you do. Dump it back in, hit it with another 2 ounces of pineapple, another 2 ounces of rum, and you're all gonna think I'm crazy. The juice of 1 lime, or a half a lime, that's fine. Whatever that is, it's probably a 1/4 ounce or something. Blend the living shit out of that. Who got time for this?
Nobody.
And take your dirty glass. I could have increased the creaminess too. I didn't even think of that. Well, it's certainly got a lot more life to it. A little more pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
But wait a minute. We got to bring up the creaminess in equal parts to that ratio. I didn't even think of that. The whole point that I was trying to do was make the drink have less Coco Lopez by ratio, but have the same amount of heavy cream. Oh, that was milk. I grabbed the wrong one. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't think any of this matters. I can't imagine a single goddamn thing I'm doing right now making a damn difference. Hey man, let's just fucking do it. You know what I think? I think the man said extra creamy. Let's give him what he wants. That's what I think. You just throw it in there. There you go. A little more heavy cream.
Oh my god.
Now turn it into butter. Who needs a glass? You know what I mean?
He's gone absolutely
bananas.
bananas.
Same. There's a really twisted part of my brain, though, that just wants to make what's in this blender good. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Do a whole can of more pineapple. The rest of that lime juice. A goodly pour of rum. 18 dashes.
He has just got absolutely bananas with this one. He's like, I don't care anymore. Let's just
Angostura bitters. Should we throw some mint leaves in there?
Sure.
2 mints worth of leaves. Blend that son of a bitch up. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. It needs more ice. It's a whole new thing.
Just like it becomes a whole new drink at some point.
So
but
I can
why
tell you
not?
from the way that poured that it is still extremely extra creamy. It's basically solid. That's terrible. The mint was a poor choice. Wait a minute. I think we could do better. Here we go.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
More ice.
What is he doing?
All right, let's see how that is. Now that's how you do a pina colada. Genuinely, that actually tastes good. Actually, weirdly, the mint is an extremely welcome addition all of a sudden. It probably needs some more rum notes. And probably could use a little more pineapple, too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure, do that. Whatever the hell that was, just do it.
Nobody knows.
Meredith, I don't know if there's any more show to do.
Nope. I think that's all the show there is to show.
That's all the show there is to show. See you next time on
All
How to
the
Drink.
show. That is all the show there is to show. He went absolutely bananas. I don't think I've ever seen him just go that bonkers at the end. He went absolutely insane. Oh no. Oh, that was fun. One of these days, I would like to make these drinks along with him and taste them myself. Like that is a goal of mine, to be able to like make them along with him. I would have to get a lot of stuff. I have some stuff, but I don't have that much stuff. I think we'd need some more patrons before I can afford that. But I would love to be able to do that. That would be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a while since I've done a how to drink video. I always do enjoy them. I hope you did too. And yeah, if you did, make sure you let me know in the comments below, and by hitting the like button. You can also help us out by subscribing to the channel. We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We are getting there, but we're not quite there yet. Make sure you hit the little notification bell. That way you'll always know when we post new stuff. And that is going to happen pretty much every day, sometimes more than once. So thanks again. I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.